What is up, guys? Forever here, and we have bad news on top of worse news on top of just news, I guess. So NCSoft has decided that they're going to share with us their business model, and it is not good news at all. It is following pretty much the Korean counterparts business model when it comes to Lucent being a thing you can pay for with real money, which means for some people that the game is pay to win. I mean, to be honest, it's gonna be pay to win regardless if you can spend money to buy gear or items in game from real life money. But especially because this is gonna be a serious PvP game, we're not gonna be able to take this seriously though, with this type of thing going on. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this. So we're gonna go ahead and skip through and talk about the key points right here. It says Lucent players can acquire Lucent by purchasing it with real world money, earning it through specific PvP encounters such as castle sieges and tax delivery events, or by selling eligible items on the auction house. Additional opportunities for acquiring Lucent may be added in the future. Then there's Solent, which is another in-game currency. It's from activities you can use to buy in-game goods from NPCs and use for crafting gear and upgrading gear, as well as other key engaging systems. And then ornamental coins, which you can get from Twitch drops, from events, from in-game activities such as collecting lore books, or from the battle pass on the free track, which means there's going to be some on the premium track, of course. So that's more of a freemium, premium type thing. And yes, there's going to be a battle pass and a leveling pass. The leveling pass is going to be a one-time purchase per character that delivers earnable stream of materials and items to enhance leveling in Throne and Liberty. There's much more to explore in Silicium, and the players may want to experience it faster. The leveling pass does not provide any exclusive power-related items. The battle pass is a recurring seasonal, roughly every 1 month, or roughly every month. Can't say 1 month because they're not being specific here. Purchase sold on a per character basis that delivers a combination of aesthetic rewards, crafting materials, items, and various in-game currencies in exchange for completing specific daily and weekly seasonal challenges. Although battle passes might change from season to season, we are committed to ensuring that each battle pass provides generous value and rewards. So already right there, we have 3 methods of pay to win, pay to progress, pay to just pretty much get ahead. And this is not going to get better reading throughout all of this, by the way. We're going to skip the in-game cosmetics and in-game store stuff. We're going to keep on moving through this. Amazon Games Update. The in-game store will not have Solent, food, or potion consumables. Consumables for cosmetics such as dyes and sewing thread are still available, so that's going to be the in-game store. And here we are at the worst part, early access. Whenever a company decides to drop early access on a game that is heavily PvP, they are time gating a lot of people out of the game, and that is never a good thing. And we've already seen in the comments where a lot of players are complaining because they don't want a time gate between players, because a lot of people in their guilds can't afford to pay the early access price to get in those 5 days early. And it's going to be up to 5 day early access, which means they're probably going to have tiers of 2 day, 3 day, 5 day type stuff. And honestly, that's probably the worst part of this whole thing. No, this is the worst part of this whole thing to me. But let's go ahead and read what they're saying about early access. Early access Silicium will be available to players who purchase an early access pack. To learn more about the early access packs and their contents, visit our early access pack showcase on July 18th, which is the day that the open beta opens. Early access packs can be purchased until the game launch date, at which point they will no longer be available for purchase. Purchasing any version of the packs will give players up to 5 days early access to Throne and Liberty. We understand the concern that early access may bring some players, but because of this, we're taking the following steps. We will have both early access and launch servers. Players who do not purchase early access packs will still be able to select fresh servers at launch when all players are beginning their adventures together. Players who start at launch will have the option to create characters on early access servers if that is their preference. right here, they're already shutting guilds apart. They're already splitting guilds apart. So early access players are going to be playing on one server, and then, you know, the other players that are going to be coming in later have a chance to play on early access servers. But if you do that, you're already behind by 5 days. I mean, yeah, that's like, you know, that's your personal choice. Like, you want to, if you choose to be behind by 5 days, play the game on hard mode, that's great. That's up to you. But if you already joined a guild, because they've been pushing this whole guild thing that people should join a guild already. If you've already joined a guild and the guild decides that most of their players are going to be doing early access, you've already lost your guild. Or you're going to have to come into this guild like 5 days later where everybody is so far ahead of you. Like, and we don't know how much 5 days progression is going to be in this game, especially if you are a hardcore player or you're in a hardcore guild. 5 days progression could mean a world of time, to be real. For a set period of time, players from early access will not be able to transfer into launch servers. So there's server transfers. Wow, okay. And the auction house clusters will not mix early access and the commercial launch servers. This is designed with fairness in mind to prevent players from commercial launch servers from accessing any items sooner than intended from the early access servers, or being overwhelmed by players with a head start. Transferring from a launch server to an early access server will be allowed, subject to availability. Server transfers will be available at launch, and we'll further explain the system in the future articles as we head towards launch. Okay, so that's more of a, I guess that's more fair, but I still see the same problem. People are still gonna have the 5 day extra head start. You can't make up that difference unless they just don't play for 5 days. But you don't know, like, people are gonna know life the hell out of this, especially the pay to wins, the hardcores. They're gonna know life this. They're gonna play constantly, and they're gonna be ahead by how much ever they are ahead, and they're gonna just bear down on everyone else that isn't ahead. And if an entire guild decides to switch servers to a launch server later on while still having that 5 day head start, they're still just gonna win. Like, there's gonna be ahead. I know it's not the same as, like, you know, a survival game or whatever, where the difference in the time period is going to make that much of a difference, but that's 5 days of bossing. That's 5 days of dungeon raids. That's 5 days of, you know, just extra activity that can't be made up regardless of how you play the game after that. System deep dive. Dive into the specifics with Throne of Liberty with the auction house and passes, along with the regional changes we've collaborated with NCSoft to develop. The auction house is a hub for player-driven economy within Throne of Liberty, where players can trade items and gear with each other. Trades on the auction house can use premium in-game currency, Lucent, allowing players to trade goods with other players for exchange of Lucent. Lucent earned through auction house can be used anywhere in-game, including the in-game shop, battle passes, and leveling pass. This means that players who choose not to purchase Lucent for real money can still earn Lucent by selling items through the auction house and use that Lucent to purchase any of the game's offerings. The auction house has a 2-tier tax system. First, there's a system tax that removes a flat percentage of Lucent from each transaction. Second, the auction house has a tax system where a portion of the tax is set by the guild that owns the castle. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and open that in another tab, because I want to see what that's about. This additional tax rate can be set by the castle owner within a percentage range. Any trades that take place will have some of the castle tax distributed to various PvP events that can be earned by guilds and distributed to their guild members as revenue to earn Lucent by playing the game. That's a bit more fair. Once again, still the problem is still that Lucent is going to be pretty much on the hardcore player, bullet board. Like, people are going to be making this their top thing now, because you can earn the pay to win currency by being in a hardcore guild that's going to be, you know, doing castle sieges, doing these tax runs, these tax delivery events. The current events for earning tax are castle siege and tax delivery event, with additional side activities on the horizon. In the castle siege, guilds can earn Lucent through various methods, not just by winning the overall siege. We will cover further nuances later in the in-depth article in the castle siege. Okay, this is a lot to read and kind of just a lot of annoying pay to win like walk around crap. Because in the end, it's just saying that we're doing pay to win regardless if you like it or not. Only items listed by players can be purchased. This means the top end gear is likely to be very limited, especially in the early game when guilds are vying for control and keeping the best in slot gear for themselves. It also means that the total number of people who have the top end gear is always limited to the total number of times an item is dropped. Only base level gear can be listed on the auction house. Any gear that has been advanced or upgraded is not in any way eligible to be listed for sale. Gear obtained from instance content such as co-op dungeons and guild raids are also not eligible to be listed on the auction house. So from what I'm getting here is gear that you get through basic gameplay, such as bosses, killing regular monsters, I guess, things like that you can put on the auction house. Maybe craftable gear, I'm not really sure. I haven't seen anything about craftable gear not being able to be put on here. But none of it can be enhanced or upgraded, so we'll see how that goes. Like this is kind of like a wait and see basis for me still, because I'm used to pay to win games. I'm used to games, not letting all players play on a fair scale. So this is kind of just, we'll wait and see. This means all players must play and upgrade their gear in order to reach the highest level gear, even if they acquire gear from the auction house. There are 4 major progression tracks that influence a player's power. Learn how the auction house interacts with these systems to balance empowering players through the in-game economy while ensuring players need to engage with the game to progress. Okay, so weapon mastery cannot purchase anything on the auction house that increases your weapon mastery. Okay, that makes sense. Skills require training books in order to enhance. Trading books cannot be purchased directly on the auction house. Trading books can be acquired as rewards through gameplay or crafted at skill researcher NPCs. Crafting a trading book requires 2 materials, a gem and a parchment. Gems can be acquired through the auction house, and parchment is not available on the auction house, can only be earned by playing the game. So they give you that kind of like a half and half thing. Gear score. Increasing your gear score requires an item called growth stone. Growth stones cannot be purchased directly on the auction house. Growth stones can be acquired as rewards through gameplay or crafted at the weapons, armor, and accessories crafter NPC. Crafting a growth stone requires 3 materials, a gem, magic powder, and a crystal. Gems can be purchased directly through the auction house. Magic powder can be purchased indirectly through the auction house by purchasing gear and dissolving it to receive magic powder. Crystals can only be earned by playing the game and not available on the auction house. Gear traits. Increasing your gear traits requires you to enchant your gear existing with another piece of gear that is the same type or same type with the same trait. For example, if you want to upgrade a sword with a plus hit trait to increase the plus hit amount, you need another sword that has a plus hit as its trait. You can also increase gear traits with trait extracts. Trait extracts allow a player to extract the trait of a particular value of a particular item and sell it on the auction house. This is useful when a player has acquired a piece of gear that cannot be listed on the auction house. If you extract the trait, it will destroy the item, but you will still sell the trait itself. That's, once again, it's just all saying we're doing pay to win regardless if you like it or not, and you're stuck with it. Well, we're trying to minimize it, but it's not really working out, to be honest, from what this because I just oversee a lot of flooding the market with like high value items for a lot of money because people have priced things worth their time versus what the actual price should be. And that's what happens in a lot of these games. But what do I know? The leveling pass is a one-time purchase per character that delivers. Didn't we read this already? I swear we read this already. Did we not read this already? I might be tripping. Okay, I didn't read this already. That's weird. I thought okay. Leveling pass is a one-time item purchase of characters delivers stream. Yeah, I did read this already. How the hell did I end up back down here? Did I scroll up? Okay, whatever. But yeah, leveling passes, battle passes. Leveling pass is a one-time purchase per character that delivers an earnable stream of materials and items to enhance leveling and Throne of Liberty. Leveling pass provides players with cosmetics, Solon, progression materials, and other valuables. It is intended to enhance players' journey from level 1 to 50. The leveling pass will have a free track that all players can enjoy along with a paid track. Everything other than cosmetics found in the leveling pass are earnable through normal gameplay. Players can unlock rewards at each level and by completing specific in-game content relevant to their character level. Amazon Games with the leveling pass purchase price has been reduced and is now purchasable with Lucent instead of real-world money, allowing free-to-play players a path to acquiring the pass. Okay. They're trying, but it's still just like people are just still gonna see this. The average player is still gonna see this as pay-to-win trap. I meant to say crap, but I said trap. Still the same thing. The Battle Pass is a monthly purchase sold on a per character basis that delivers a combination of new aesthetic rewards, crafting materials, items, and various in-game currency in exchange for completing specific daily, weekly, and seasonal challenges. Battle Pass will refresh roughly every month at launch. Each pass has a both free track and a premium track that can be unlocked with Lucent. The pass contains a combination of cosmetics, Solent, Battle Pass shop points, in-game materials, and consumables. The Battle Pass point shop is accessible to players, and the items can be purchased as soon as you gain Battle Pass shop points. Once a character achieves the maximum Battle Pass levels, they will convert additional Battle Pass EXP to Battle Pass shop points. A shop contains rotating rewards and offers such as other cosmetics and items that will help with progression. The Battle Pass shop point is accessible to all players, not just those who purchase premium Battle Pass. Free players can earn pass points at the same rate as paying players. Still, same shit like I said. Amazon Games update. Added additional cosmetics to the Battle Pass. Tracks, updated 500 reward cosmetics to a premium level outfit. Battle Pass purchase price has been reduced and is now purchasable with Lucent instead of real world money, allowing players a free-to-play path to acquiring the pass. Added additional Battle Pass shop points. Reading those words together just throws me off. Into a free track of Battle Pass points, so points can be earned prior to completing the entire pass. Remove premium only quests and rewards, allowing all players the same amount of access to the Battle Pass EXP. They're trying, but people are not going to see that they're trying. They're just going to care about the fact that it's, yeah. Anyway, Blessing of Silicium. For those of you who may have played the Korean servers or watched content creators, you may be familiar with Blessing of Silicium. This is an optional purchase which provides a variety of benefits towards the player. Blessing of Silicium will not be available in the region supported by Amazon Games at launch, as we continue to evaluate how this offering needs to change to serve the needs of our players. Looking ahead, we're excited to invite players to experiment with these systems in our open beta. Create a character, join a guild, and fight for Silicium during the open beta running from July 18th to July 23rd. Learn more on our open beta network article, blah, blah. So yeah, that's the entire article. It took about 20 minutes to read this whole thing. Well, not even the whole thing, because I skipped through a bunch of it. But it's a pay-to-win crap trap. It's I'm kind of sad that this is happening the way it is, because I wanted this game to be great, and this game it took such a bad turn, and it's gonna cause the game to suffer. It really is. A lot of people are not gonna want to jump into this game. Well, because it's free to play, people will come into the game eventually. But a lot of the more serious players are going to avoid this game because of the fact that it had a 5-day early access. A lot of players aren't going to care because they'll come into the game later on, or they'll see that people are, enjoying the game later on. They'll be like, you know what, maybe I'll give it a try. And then, yeah, it's just going to go from there depending on how people play it. But the game is going to get reception regardless. People are going to complain that, it's pay to win. But once again, a lot of people just aren't going to care. They're just going to play the game and they're going to enjoy the game. I'm personally going to play the game for the most part until New World comes out, because I know New World is not a pay-to-win crap trap. But yeah, let me know what you think about this this article that came out from Throne and Liberty, the team at NCSoft and Amazon Games on Twitter. And talk about it in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share. I'll catch you guys in the next one. It's been forever. Peace out.